Students, in this we will see the first we will look into that what is typecasting. So you already know the user is explicitly converting from one type to another data type. For example, here a, what is the a value? It is an integer. Okay, by using this built-in function type function, by using built-in function of type, we can know the data type of the a. Okay, so for example, I am demonstrating here. I am assigning a equal to 10. Okay. Now I am checking type. What is the type of a? So we know it is an integer data type. Okay. Then the user is explicitly converting this into another data type. We can convert to the another data type. For example, I am converting to Boolean data type. Bool. Then I am specifying a. So what is the Boolean value? So if you print C, it will come true. So true means all positive value other than 0. So it comes as true. Then I am assigning B equal to true. T must be capital. Okay. So then, so I am checking the type of B. It is the, what is that? It's a Boolean literal. Okay. Then I am going, the user is explicit, do the typecasting, explicitly convert the B to integer data type. So what is the value? It will return, it will return 1. Understand? True means it is 1. Okay, next I am representing B equal to false. First letter caps. So B equal to false. Then what is the type of B? The type of B is, what is the type of B? The type of B is Boolean. Okay, then we are explicitly converting to integer data type. That is the typecasting. So here, what is the output? Boolean. The false means the Boolean value is 0. Understand? Then here, so here D equal to 78.9. This is the, what is the data type? So I am assigning D equal to 78.9. It's a float value. Now we are checking the type. Type of D. It is a float. Okay. Then we can give. For example, I am giving f equal to 78.98978 E3. E3 means it's shift towards right. Okay. So what is the f value? It shifted towards right. Okay. So what is the f value? E3 means it's a positive value. So it shifted towards the left. Okay, it shift towards left. Suppose minus means it shift towards right. Suppose I am assigning f equal to 0.567 e minus 2. So it shifted towards right. What is the f value now? F contain. So it shifted towards the right. Understand? Then complex number I am assigning r equal to 6 plus 7j. So if I am printing, what is that? Complex number, and r dot real, r dot real means it gives only the integer value. R dot image means it gives the floating value, that is the imaginary part. Understand? Then so string, you already know, in the string is a collection of characters. Okay, and the string can be accessed through forward direction and backward direction also. Forward direction means start from 0, 1, 2. Okay, backward direction means start from -1, -2, -3. So when you are going for the forward direction, it will 0 to, it will vary from length -1. So now what is the length of this? Length is, it contains 6 characters. So 6 character means 6 minus 1 length. So that is a length -1. Here it is vary up to minus length. Okay. So then immutable. What is immutable and mutable? Immutable means, for example, I am going to demonstrate his. The ID is a method, okay, used to get the memory address. We told that in immutable, if you are changing the value, okay, if your integer data type is a immutable data type, if you are changing the value or modifying the value, I am changing here from 30 to 40, it won't affect the same memory location. The modified value are stored in the new location. Okay, that is, we can prove that there is immutable concept we can prove here. So first I am assigning a equal to 30. Okay, so what is the ID method which return the address of a? So this is the, you see this, then I am changing the value. Okay, integer is a immutable. Now I change the value. Now it won't, that is, it won't show the same address. It will represent the different address 93440. Now the new address is 9370. So modified value stored in the new location, not modified in the same location. That is a concept of immutable. Then string. String is a string also. What is that? Immutable one. So here I am representing s equal to. So here s equal to any. So what is the S? It will print any. What is the ID of S? That is memory address of S. That is, okay, then I am reassigning the string. So what is the ID of S? The address has changed. Okay, so when you are modifying, okay, it is a string also immutable one. When we are modifying it, the modified value available in the new location, not updated in the same location. Okay, next we'll go for the that is list. You know, list is a mutable one. Okay, list is a mutable one. We can change the value. I'm going to demonstrate here. List is a mutable one. So I'm assigning the value L, which is, okay, list can be created by using square bracket. So it's a mixed data type. First I am assigning string, then I am assigning one integer, then I am assigning some float value, then I am giving true boolean values. Okay, so I am printing, sorry, it should be enclosed in the square bracket. So first I am assigning. So it is an assignment operator. Assignment operator means this is the right, this is called left value, this is called right value. Left value must be variable and right value, it may be a variable or it may contain some constants also. Okay, so I am assigning 20 to the variable of r. This is the assignment operator. So by assigning value, we are creating the variable. Here I am assigning 20 and print r. The r contain the 20. This is the assignment operator, and arithmetic assignment operator also is there. It is also called as short circuit operator. So instead of writing x equal to x plus 30, okay, then I am in the short manner I am writing that x plus equal to 30, which means x, I am assigning a value x equal to 30. Now after that x plus is equal to 30. 40, which means 30 plus 40. Now the x value is contain, what is that? 70. Okay, so x contain the 70 value. Understand? So which means then even it applicable for all arithmetic operations. I can apply for the x multiplications equal to 2. So now what is that value? X contain 140. Understand? This is the example for the arithmetic assignment operator. Okay, then go for the relational operator. We know already relational operator returns either true or false. So here I am assigning x equal to 20 and I am checking x equal to 20. Okay, so it is true. So what is that? We have given 3 equal. So it is true. It will return either. Then we are going for the chained comparison operator. Chained comparison means, so we can split into 1 less than 2 and 2 less than 3. Suppose here I am checking 9 less than 9. Whether it is false. 9 greater than 9 equal to 9. It is true. So it relation operators always return either true or false. Understand? Next we are going for logical operators. Logical operator precedence is not and or. So if and means, what is the and? And means the both conditions are evaluated. So here first condition is evaluated, it is true. Okay, true means any positive or negative value other than 0. Here it is false. So the total, what is the value? 0. It will return. Here it is true. It is also true. So the last value is returned. Okay, if the first condition is true, the second condition is evaluated in the AND condition. So it return 8. If the first condition is a false, it will return the false. So that is, we can do that. For example, 9 and 0, it will return false. Okay, then 9 and 8, it will return 8. Okay, because when the first condition is true, second condition is also evaluated. If it is true only, the true value is returned. Okay, here first condition itself I am giving false. So it will return false value. Understand? In the OR case, 9 or 0, first condition is true, it will return true only. So it will return 9. Okay, 0 or 9 means if the first condition is false, then it will go for evaluation of second. Either condition is true, the loop will be executed, we said. So here first condition is false, so it will go for execution of second condition. The second condition is true, so it will return true only. Understand? This is the case of logical operator. Then we are going to find the binary value. The computer, we told that all the value which are stored in the computer in the binary format only. So for example, okay, I am giving t equal to 15. I am giving t equal to 15. So I can, by using this bin function, I can find out the binary value of t. So 15 means the binary value is 4, 1. Okay, so this is the binary value for this. Okay, so then I am t equal to, again I am assigning t equal to 20, y equal to 9. Okay, then r equal to t and y, t and y. So what is the operation? It will, the relation operator is written either true or false, isn't it? Sorry, this is the what is this? This is a logical operator. It return the true or false. So AND means both conditions are evaluated. 29. So what is the value of 20? The OR will get the value of 9 as a output. See, what is the output of the OR? Here it is written 0. What is that? 0 or equal to t and how to bind the binary value. You know, if you want to find the binary value for the particular number, you have to divide this divide that number by 2. Here I am going to find out the binary value for the 15. So 7 2s are 14, the remainder is 1, and 3 2s are 6, the remainder is 1, 1 2s are 1, 1 2s are 2, then the remainder is 1. So it will be from that is from down to up, it will be written. So what is that binary value for this? Okay, 4 1. Okay, 0. There is a shortcut method also to write this binary value from 0 to 15. First, if you take this first row, okay, first row 0, the first 8 you put for the first 8 row you put that is for the first column. First 8 row you put 0 and the next 8 row you put 1, and then if you take next column, first 4, 8 divided by 2, 4. So first 4 column you will put 0, and again you will put 4 column, again 4 columns you put 1, likewise it's going, and 4 divided by 2, 2. So in the third column you put first you put 2 0 and 2 1, 2 0, 2 1, 2 0, 2 1, it will be go. Then alternate 0 in the fourth column, it's an alternate case, zeros and 1, 0 and 1 you put. It's a shortcut way to form this binary value for the 0 to 15. For a large number you can find out by dividing this number by 2. Okay, then so how I can, already I told that how to find the binary value. Here what is that? Here we will find out the complement of this, that is the negation value. Okay, so in this negation value, so here I am assigning the value of t equal to